How's it going there, guys? Welcome back to the Weeb Lounge. On the JP servers, it is summertime and we are getting our new batch of characters. First up is the summer edition of Mimi. She's hippity, she's hoppity, and the FBI is coming. Now, I will always say that Mimi is one of the absolute cutest characters in this game. But if you really think about it, she's a basket case. She's kind of brain dead, maybe. It's all about rabbits and throwing a sword that looks like a carrot. Even during the summertime. The FBI can come knocking and just be like, oh, carrots. I don't know what to go with that. But anyways, this character has a very, very unique feature that I have a feeling will be used an awful lot on upcoming boss fights, very particular boss fights. The second I get into the skills, you'll see why. Skill number 1, Hopping Summer. Of course it is. Why would it not? Everything is going to be bunny related, Usagi related. Usagi means bunny, just in case you didn't know. That's what it is. Single target damage, attack, and slight technique point gauge charge for herself. But, and here's the weird mechanic, if the enemy is a multi-targeted creature, you know those boss fights where, it's just a single boss, but they have multiple different target zones? That's what I'm talking about here. If it happens to be one of those, the attack will hit all targets. So more damage, etc. Now this is going to be a running theme, and you're kind of going to see exactly where this character is useful. Skill number 2, Usagi-san Summer Attack. It's a summer bunny attack. What it is. With a carrot. Anyway. Physical attack on the frontmost enemy with a splash effect to all other targets in their immediate vicinity, and also reduces their physical defense. But if the enemy happens to be one of those multi-targeted creatures, she will get a buff to her own physical attack power and physical crit chance. So again, the multi-target thing. You know where this character's going, right? Pretty much. EX skill increases her physical attack power. If you happen to have her at 5 stars, which you do, it greatly increases her physical attack power. Nothing special there. Union Burst. Usagi-san Summer Impact. It's Summer Bunny Impact. Probably hitting the head with the carrot. It's what she does! And even during the summer, it's all about carrots and bunnies, but whatever. Increases physical attack power by a large amount and does a small amount of physical damage to all enemies. But if the target is one of those multi-targeted creatures, it will instead deal a heavy amount of damage and decrease their physical defense by a pretty significant amount too. So everything that she does, all of her skills, her universe, everything is like multi-target battles. So what does that tell you? You probably put her in a multi-targeted battle, right? You don't need a brain rocket surgeon to take care and figure that one out, right? Let's go ahead and put her into combat here. I'm still grinding the Misogi one, so I'm just gonna throw her in here and just be like, do a thing. She can do this just fine. Slow it down a little bit. As you can tell, it's all the bunnies. It's all cute. It's super cute, but whatever. Now the carrot spews water from it. It's an inflatable water carrot sword thing. Okay, now once this is over with, I'm going to take her on a little trip over to the training area, and I'm going to show you what she can kind of sort of do. Obviously, this is a very specific character. She is meant only for boss fights that have that multi-target mechanic to it. You put her anyplace else, it's just another character. A below average character. Actually, it is a B to like B minus grade character. No arena, no Luna Tower, none of this other stuff. Just the bosses with the multi-target thing, right? That's it. So we're talking like basically EX3, 4, 5, probably 6, 8, 12, whatever the heck comes on years from now or whatever, where she's actually not eligible for the FBI being called on me. But that's beside the point. It's just a character that's really, really specific. But here's the thing, okay? It's going to be so specific that she's probably going to like be a necessity in some of these fights if you're trying to like really, really top the charts. Okay, I don't have this group refined. I kind of did this really quick, but let's go to the training area here, go on hard. And I formulated this group. Now, normally this group, instead of Mimi, we would be using Princess Ray for all the AoE attacks and everything. But let's just go in here, put this on high, put everyone on set. I haven't like tried to plot and super plan this or anything. Just do this, super speed it, and watch it go. She's going to actually do a pretty significant amount of damage. Now, here's the thing. I've tested this with Mimi here, and I've also tested it with Princess Ray. The group with Princess Ray in this specific thing, basically I just take Mimi out, put Princess Ray in. That's what I did with this group in the other order. Princess Ray did do a little bit more. But here's the thing. Mimi has a defense down mechanic, right? And it's a pretty nice defense down mechanic, which means Predator over here, you might not need her. You honestly might not need her in there, so you can bring somebody else that does more damage, somebody else that does more buffs, more heals, whatever the case may be. You might be able to get away with not using her now, instead use Mimi. Which is kind of scary because like every group known to man for physical damage groups, almost all of them use like Predator. Brigitte, it's always Predator to me, alright? Look at this, she's just going absolutely bonkers on this with her frickin' carrot thingy. It did pretty good, and I don't even have her maxed out yet. I don't have her maxed out yet. She's close, but not maxed out or upgraded or nothing. 61 million damage. She did 43.8 million of it. Definitely a viable character for these multi-target boss fights. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. You don't need to pull for her. You knew I was going to get there. You knew there was a caveat to it, right? Okay, this is a super specific character. And is she going to replace Princess Ray as like the AoE king or something like that? And remember, regular Mimi at 6 stars, she does pretty good AoE too. I mean, not quite as good, but still does pretty decent. Is she a replacement? That's yet to be seen. Like I said, I just swapped out Princess Ray for Mimi, threw her in there, and it worked really, really well. But if I bump up the difficulty, Mimi starts to drop. Mimi is a little on the squishy side, actually. I don't mean that in an FBI fashion. I mean as in hit points, okay? Just stop, don't put the phone down. It's fine. This character is super, super specific. And, you know, it is a limited character. If you really want to go for her, basically, you need to be in that mode where, like, you're trying to max out your clan battles, right? You're trying to get as many hit points down as you can. You're trying to do your absolute best. And the EX fights, maybe you're trying to find an easier way to do some of these multi-targeted fights, and you want her to make life easy. And for future clan battles and everything, of course, anything multi-targeted like that, she's going to be useful. And probably somebody's going to come up with some alternate group and alternate timings and everything, and she's going to be wicked stupid, and she might be better than Princess Ray. We don't know yet. So it's one of those things that's like, okay, if you're free to play, just pass on it. Okay? Especially if you wait for a pre-fest, get Princess Ray, you already have Creditor or something of those, you don't need to waste your jewels on it. If you're one of those guys that likes to try to min-max all the things, she might be a necessity for some of the fights. Or at least like someone in your clan that has them sitting there all geared out all the hell so that you can actually use her. It's one of those characters, you know, as long as somebody has them in the clan that you can borrow and use her when needed, not everybody necessarily needs her. And if you're in one of those clans or something where, you know, you got somebody there and they have them up for your support, maybe 2 people out of the 50 or whatever, or 30 or whatever the heck it is. My brain don't work so good lately. But it's just one of those, like a couple of people in your clan kind of should probably get her, throw her in support, and then leave it at that. You don't necessarily have to get her. It's a really weird circumstance, a really weird character with a very niche, probably top tier level kind of multi-targeted whatever the heck, but not everybody needs her. It's just weird. I don't know. Whatever. We'll catch you in the next video.